So hello everyone, Grosey here, welcome back. Today we've got another video for the podcast series with Christopher.
Hello.
Hello. We're doing 20p's, the third denomination in the series, and then we're going to repeat again the three that we've done again in the next coming weeks. We've got more topics to talk about. Obviously, if you've not watched Christopher's video, make sure you do that after this one, and it's kind of a continuation of the conversation. But yeah, we've got a couple of things to talk about. Some things I think that Christopher didn't manage to do in his video. But yeah, let's get into it. So what I wanted to talk about first of all was the new memorial set, obviously for the Queen. We touched on it on your video, but I think it's just fantastic that the 50p is being circulated, particularly with obviously Kwasi Kwarteng being the new Chancellor. If it's kind of off to a good start in terms of having coins circulated, you never know, it might be do you see what I mean? It might
I definitely would echo those thoughts and be optimistic and hoping that this is the start of maybe more things going into circulation, taken with a pinch of salt that potentially this is just another like the Brexit moment. It's something so monumental that they have decided that yes, we do need to get a coin into circulation to mark this event. So hopefully though, I would lean towards hoping that it is.
Hopefully it could just get him into the habit of getting coins circulated, you know what I mean? Start as you mean to go on.
However long it lasts.
Anyway. But what I did want to say is as well, I was having some conversations with various different people about what we think the mintage figure of it will be. Any thoughts? Any predictions?
The circulating one?
Yes.
I think it's going to be a big one, on the basis that again it is such a monumental change. That I think they'd be doing a disservice to the memory of the Queen to make them solo minted, and I think they want a good chance of people being able to find it. It's the first coins with King Charles on it, so it makes sense to get as many out as is feasible, basically.
Do you think we could break Benjamin Bunny's record?
I don't want that high. I think 10 million is the ceiling where it gets into stupid land.
Because even a Brexit coin or a Diversity, for example, that have those kind of mintage figures, you don't find them all the time out and about. So
yeah, not anymore. At least I remember when they first started coming into circulation, then we were finding tons of them. But it has sort of slowed down now.
Yeah. I think to be fair, now that you say that, I do think it would be nice to have a widely spread coin. The trouble is, once the novelty is worn off, it will be a face value coin. Well, depending on demand of it, obviously. But if they minted that many of them, it's going to turn into another coin where it's like, oh, another one of those, another one of those.
Yeah,
but it's one of those things. Yeah, as I said, 1 to 3 million is what I wrote down would be perfect. But again, now you mention it, the idea of lots of people being able to find it, commemorate it, potentially attracts more people to the hobby. So that's one of those things as well. The other thing is that I've also heard a lot of talk about is the coins that are already in the long store. For example, 2021 Britannia £2 coin, we're led to believe is there. Which
Pride
we've said
50p.
a lot of times, the Pride one. If they're planning to circulate any Alan Turing ones, who knows, is whether or not they will be melted down just because they've not been released yet, because they have the Queen on. Now, I don't know what your view is on that. Obviously, we're just guessing at this point, but my view is that without a good reason, in the sense that, for example, the Brexit coin had a reason to be withdrawn because obviously the date was delayed and incorrect on those, so they had a reason to be melted down. I personally don't see any reason why they would. I think it would be a waste of time and a waste of resources to melt all those down again. I don't know what you think about that.
I would agree with you. I can't imagine they'd be melting them down just because they haven't been circulated before the passing of the Queen. I do think this Memorial 50p is probably the nail in the coffin of the Alan Turing 50p, which was going to be minted subject to demand. I think now that we're getting another one that is going to be minted for circulation, I think the chances of Alan Turing circulating are pretty low now. To play devil's advocate though, the rationale for wanting to melt them down, the thing that does make sense in my mind is they want the monarchy is all about this transition at this point, the transition to the new monarch, and getting the new monarch on our coins is one of those key transitional periods. So how long have those 2021 Britannias £2 coins sat in the long store, how long will they continue to sit there, stopping any £2 coins circulating with King Charles on it? That's the only rationale I could think of that might persuade them to bin off some of the stuff that's been sat there collecting dust, not circulating, because it's more time until King Charles's coins get out there.
That's true. Yeah, no, it's a good point. We'll have to wait and see with that, and obviously let us know what you think in the comments as well.
But I think it's key to I again highlight. I agree with you. I don't think they're going to get melted down. I think they will just get circulated.
Yeah, circulated as and when. That's it's an interesting thing. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Time will tell. Also, obviously, I don't know if you probably did as well. Today had to queue for many hours to actually get onto the Romit website.
Yes. So what position did you get in when you first got in? Because I got in at just over 8,000 was my one.
So I logged in. I would say that I never actually managed to order the coin on my phone because, long story short, it just doesn't. My security answer doesn't work because it has an apostrophe in it, and so it just doesn't seem to compute on the Safari app on iOS. But anyway, in the morning before I got up about 10 o'clock or something like that, it was I logged on.
Morning, 10 o'clock. What?
About 10,000.
I was at my desk at 8:30 on the website.
About 10,000 in the queue or something, and then I obviously closed that and obviously went to work, did that, and then loaded in. Didn't work on Safari. I think I got about 35,000th in the queue. Obviously it didn't work. I then downloaded the Google Chrome app to see if that worked, and then I had to wait again because obviously it was a different browser, and then that's put me at 45,000th in the queue. And then 2 hours later I got on and it still didn't work, so I was devastated. And then I got home in the evening, logged in, there was no queue, and then all my coins have now been ordered.
You're lucky these ones are unlimited.
Oh, I know. If they were,
the stuff that you're after is unlimited.
Yes, if they were limited, I'd have missed out 100%. But I was slightly disappointed that one of the £5 coins, I don't even know if it was released as a £5 coin, but
no, it's a crown coin.
It's that it was not available in brilliant uncirculated quality, just to kind of complete the set. I did buy the silver proof version, or order the silver proof version of the 50p, but not the other two. But otherwise, it just gets a bit expensive for what I'm interested in. But as I said, it's one of those things.
I think that keeps consistency, because there are certain sets where it is these crown ounce coins, so the 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5 ounce, 10 ounce, up to the kilo in gold, silver, and whatever, sometimes platinum as well. Because if you think about the historic city views, that's precious metal. If you think about the British Monarch series, that's a precious metal only collection. So I think it keeps the consistency with the different releases during her reign to have the 3 differing types. They got circulated as well, so it is a whole spread of this kind of continuation of all the coins that have been minted.
Yeah, no, definitely. But as I said, it's one of those things where we'll anyway, moving on from that. The other thing I wanted to mention as well, it's probably just me being a bit of a nerd about things, but is the layout of the text around the coin on the new Charles portraits is going to be, obviously what we've seen at the moment is effectively the equivalent of what the obverse was on for example, the Kew Gardens obverse, because it has the denomination but not the date. There's a whole load of different combinations of it, so I'd be very interested to see what they do with, for example, the designs that don't have the date on it, and then they need the date on the obverse as well. They will have to make the coin slightly differently designed.
But these coin releases have all got the dates on the reverse, because it's got 2026 is with the year the Queen was born.
That's
so
it,
2022. So it's all got the dates on it.
That's true. For example, the shield design, though, has the denomination on the reverse, but the date on the obverse normally.
So I think
it'll be interesting to see what they do with that.
It mixes and matches even within the coinage of the Queen. If you think about some of the old single metal £2 coins, that's a completely different layout to what it is on the bimetallic £2 coins. So I think that's probably not what it's going to be on every coin released subsequently.
Oh no, definitely. But, I think it will be interesting to see how it changes up in the future. I think it will be particularly interesting to see what the new sort of designs of that would be. But imagine if do I call it a rumour of a new definitive series is in sort of parallel with the change of monarch on the coins for the annual set in 2023. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know what you think about that.
It's so hard to say.
We
We first started hearing about this and pried information out of the Royal Mint experience tour guides before the passing of the Queen. So I think it's really hard to then still apply that logic now, because what I think is holding me back in my mind is, in the past this has always been, or a lot of them have been, open public competitions to design the reverse of coinage, and I think if they were going to do that this close to when it actually needs to start to be minted for the annual sets and for coinage for next year, it's not going to be an open public competition, is it?
Potentially not. But,
and I really want to design something and get it on coins. That's my only chance of these open public competitions. There hasn't been one since I've been clued onto this. So
yeah, especially with all the other releases coming out, you think they'd be far too busy to run a competition if we've got all these releases planned for the rest of the year. Yeah, no, definitely. I think you said you wanted to bring something up as well that we didn't have a chance to mention in your video. But you haven't told me what it is.
That's tantalising in our little show notes. So
you said that it's going to get me talking.
It's a question open to the viewers as well. If you had the chance, if you could find an NIFC 50p, or you could find a Kew Gardens 50p, what would you rather find? He's having to think about it. That's good.
From the point of view of...
And I'll mix it up. I'll add, additionally, it can be a commemorative NIFC 50p.
I've been there, done that, found many of them. So no, I think that...
When was your last one, Grosey? Remind the viewers.
My last NIFC? Well, the last commemorative NIFC was in 2020, the Iguanodon, I think. I can't remember. Maybe the Gruffalo, I can't remember. But the most recent Shield NIFC was this year. But no, I think from the point of view of just me as a coin collector, probably an NIFC, a commemorative NIFC that I've not had before. But from a video point of view, definitely a Kew Gardens.
Okay.
Is my view.
I'm trying to think of a coin that I know you really like. So the decimal day 50p or a Kew Gardens.
Again, from a video perspective, it would still have to be a Kew Gardens. But
really,
in terms of, I think a video finding a Kew would do better than a video finding decimal day. But on the other hand, I'd probably, if it's just me with a bag of coins just searching through them, probably decimal day.
Okay. Yeah, I think
it's a close comparison though.
It very much is, because like if I was to offer a Frankenstein NIFC £2 coin or a Kew Gardens on a 50p coin hunt, I know I'm going Frankenstein every day of the week. I think it's the commemorative NIFCs. I've only ever found the one, a Megalosaurus, and obviously that Battle of Britain IRB portrait, which is kind of sort of, it is an NIFC, but you find Battle of Britons, so it's not the same as finding one that's never been circulated.
I think I've had my time with commemorative NIFCs. I'm trying to think. The 2018 Snowman, the 2019 Gruffalo, and then the 2020 Iguanodon.
No, you had a whole year of finding them, then you completely
I know, then it all went.
It, didn't you?
I know. And then also in that year I found a 2009 Shield as well. And then obviously the two that we found at the Mint. And then since then, the only NIFCs that turned up is that 2010 Shield in the car that Katie found on the way to the Mint. And then also obviously the 2009 Shield that came up in one of my hunts. Do you know, bizarrely, not to spoil anything, but Dan Temple also found one. And the videos got uploaded on the same day, and we didn't have any idea.
Oh,
but as I said, that was ages ago. If you've not seen that, then kind of, yeah. Anyway, but no, that's an interesting point. But was that the only thing you wanted to bring up about it, or?
That was the only thing. It just jumped into my head that I was interested to know what your opinion was, what viewers' opinions might be on that, because I think it's going to be one. Yeah. They're quite close in terms of how exciting they are. That I think that it's going to be very easy for people to sway one way or another, and then opinions to change, because the Kew Gardens, although you should be able to find them because they're circulating, it's just the holy grail, isn't it? Everyone wants to find one.
The thing is, and I've said it before about, for example, Euro coins and things, like you ask people that regularly hunt for Euro coins that have experience with it what mintage figures various coins are, but there's only so much you can actually get from the mintage figure. It's like okay, you say the Kew Gardens is 210,000, but you don't actually understand how rare that actually feels unless you actually look through the quantity of coins that we do, and you know that when you only find one a year and you lug your coins to with a suitcase every week to the bank, and you put all the effort into the videos and the streams, and then you find one a year, it really, you can actually feel how rare they are.
Because I don't think there is an an equal comparison. When I've spoken to Mike from Eurocoin Hunt or Kevin at Ira Eurocoins.
Error Eurocoins.
I always get it wrong.
Not a rotation error, though.
I always get one of them wrong, at least. What's their Kew Gardens equivalent? And it's the Princess Grace, which is so low minted that you just won't find it. It's like finding a Tosha cat.
Yeah.
In UK coinage, they're so low you won't find it. So there isn't like that gettable but still unbelievably rare coin with the hype behind it. I don't think. At least from the conversations I've had, I'm not too experienced with Eurocoin hunting, but.
But again, even a coin with a mintage of 210,000 will feel different to find in the Eurozone compared to in the UK.
Yeah.
Just it's hard to explain, but it's all relative in the sense.
Yeah,
that,
exactly. It's the same as like
yeah.
I've said before, when a Jersey coin, or you could compare what is a low mintage in the United States to what is a low mintage in the UK. It's so hard to translate.
It's almost like a percentage of the total amount of coins as opposed to just the mintage itself. Yeah. So obviously if you've got a coin in the US that's got, say, 10 million minted, but there are billions and billions of coins, then that's obviously going to be a small chance of one of them turning up, because obviously there's so many others that could fill the slot, which is interesting. Yeah. But,
no, agreed.
No, definitely. Trying to think. Anything else? Did you want to mention that we missed in your video? Or?
No, I think we're running to time now, aren't we?
Oh, done. Yeah. So as I said, in that case, do go and look at Christopher's video to see what he found. Obviously, he also explains what we're actually looking for with the 20Ps and things. I won't bother explaining that again. Yeah, hopefully I can have the first win of the series. Well, one of these videos. But anyway, and yeah, let's get back to the 20Ps that I managed to find.
Not the 50Ps.
Not the 50Ps. Right then, and that is that. So we've got what I thought was a nice shiny 1985. So yeah, keep that one. This one, which is completely damaged, and again from 2010, so why not? A couple from 2008 that I said was a lower minted year. Maybe not. Who knows? That one's quite weird, sort of green colour. But the main finds was something not a jersey. Very nice. Which is an Isle of Man 2015 Castle Russian clock from 2015. Yeah, very, very nice. And then also the Jersey one as well. And I do find it bizarre that they don't have the like the inner and outer part on the 20p like we do. 2009, one of the lighthouses at Jersey, I'm sure. But yeah, not too bad. I don't know how I've done, obviously, in comparison compared to Christopher. We'll have to wait and see. I suspect I probably have not won again. But yeah, if you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below. Go and check out Christopher's video as well. And I will see you all later. Bye-bye.